Nvidia exists today because a customer paid it after Nvidia failed. That customer was Sega. Nvidia had made one huge technology mistake. Its new chip was heading toward failure. Money was disappearing. The company could die. Then Sega did something almost unbelievable. It put $5 million into the company anyway. That money bought Nvidia about 6 more months. 6 months to fix everything. And somehow, it worked. Today, Nvidia sells more than $200 billion a year. So what happened during those 6 desperate months? To understand that, go back to 1993. No AI boom, no giant data centers, no famous leather jacket, just 3 engineers with an idea. Jensen Huang, Chris Malachowski, Curtis Priam. They met at a Denny's restaurant and talked about the future of computers. Computer games were changing fast. Flat pictures were becoming 3D worlds, but making those worlds required enormous amounts of math. Normal computer processors weren't built specifically for that job. The 3 founders saw an opportunity. Build a special chip for graphics. Make 3D games faster. Make them look better. Then sell those chips to the computer industry. That became Nvidia. The idea was good. Their first big technical choice was not. In 1995, Nvidia introduced its first product, the NV1. Now imagine making a 3D object from simple shapes. Nvidia believed curved surfaces were the better path. Smooth curves sounded smart. There was just one problem. The industry was moving toward triangles. Lots and lots of tiny triangles. Triangles became the common language of 3D graphics. Nvidia had chosen the wrong language, and changing languages wasn't easy. The company had spent precious time building the wrong system. For a tiny startup, that can be deadly. But Nvidia had something that looked like salvation. Sega. In the 1990s, Sega was a gaming giant, and Sega was working with Nvidia on graphics technology. For Nvidia, this was enormous. A famous customer, real money, and proof that the little startup mattered. Except the same problem followed Nvidia into the project. Its graphics approach wasn't matching where the market was going. Jensen Huang faced a brutal choice. Keep building the wrong thing and fall further behind, or stop, lose the Sega project, and run out of money. Either road could kill Nvidia. This is where the story gets strange. Huang didn't pretend everything was fine. He admitted the technology was wrong. Imagine telling your biggest customer that. We can't give you what you need. Sega eventually chose another graphics solution. Nvidia had failed. Normally, the story ends here. Customer leaves. Money disappears. Startup closes. But Sega executive Shoichiro Irimajiri saw something different. The technology had failed. He still believed in the people. So Huang asked for something extraordinary. More money. Not for the failed project. For another chance. Sega invested $5 million in Nvidia. Think about how strange that is. Nvidia couldn't finish what Sega needed, and Sega helped save Nvidia anyway. Huang later said that support gave Nvidia 6 months to live. 6 months. No guaranteed success. No giant safety net. Just enough time to build one better product. Nvidia now had one job. Change fast. The old approach had to go. The new chip needed to follow the industry's direction. Triangles, compatibility, speed. And Nvidia had almost no room for another mistake. Then came Riva 128. Nvidia launched it in 1997. This time, the market answered differently. Computer makers wanted it. Gamers wanted faster 3D graphics. And Riva started moving fast. More than 1 million units shipped within 4 months. The company that nearly vanished suddenly had momentum. But surviving one disaster wasn't enough. Nvidia needed to keep moving. Graphics technology changed quickly. Standing still meant getting past. So Nvidia kept releasing faster graphics chips. Then, in 1999 came GeForce 256. Nvidia called it the world's first GPU. GPU means graphics processing unit. Think of it as a math machine built for many jobs together. That made it perfect for creating game graphics. But Nvidia eventually noticed something much bigger. The same kind of math appears outside games. Scientists use it. Engineers use it. Researchers use it. And computers' learning patterns use it. This created Nvidia's next giant bet. What if programmers could use GPUs for more than pictures? In 2006, Nvidia introduced CUDA. The name sounds complicated. The idea isn't. CUDA helped programmers give normal computing work to Nvidia GPUs. Now the GPU wasn't only drawing dragons and race cars. It could help solve serious math problems, weather, science, medicine, engineering, and eventually, artificial intelligence. But CUDA had another business advantage. Software takes time to build. Developers learned Nvidia's tools. Companies built programs around them. Libraries grew. Tools improved. Year after year, a competitor could build another chip. But copying years of software was much harder. Nvidia was quietly building a wall around its business. Then came the moment that changed everything. Liang Ishar. Researchers built an AI system called AlexNet. Its job was simple to explain. Look at pictures, learn what is inside them, then recognize new pictures. AlexNet performed dramatically better than older approaches in a major competition. And it was trained using Nvidia GPUs. Suddenly, GPUs were not just making games look smarter, they were helping computers become smarter. AI researchers noticed. Big technology companies noticed. And the amount of computing AI needed kept growing. Bigger models needed more chips. More chips needed faster connections. Faster systems needed better software. Nvidia had spent years building all three. Chip, system, software. That combination became the real business. Not simply selling a piece of silicon. Nvidia could provide much of the machine around it. And AI demand exploded. The numbers show how completely the company changed. In fiscal 2026, Nvidia reported $215.9 billion in revenue. Its data center business alone produced about $193.7 billion. Gaming produced about $16 billion. The company born to improve video games had become primarily a data center computing giant. But remember the beginning. None of this was supposed to happen. Nvidia chose the wrong technology. It lost the Sega graphics project. It nearly ran out of money, and its future depended on 6 extra months. The biggest lesson isn't that Nvidia always predicted the future. It didn't. The lesson is that it recognized when reality had changed. Then it changed too. A failed chip led to a better chip. A gaming chip became a computing platform. That platform became a foundation for modern AI. And one customer Nvidia disappointed became the customer that helped keep it alive. $5 million, 6 months, 1 second chance. And one company willing to admit, we chose wrong. Because sometimes the smartest business decision is changing direction before it's too late.